And we're here.
And it just stops.
We got it. It just stops. That's the key. Welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night. My name is JW Colwell. I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, Jerry Kamora of the band Slapjaw and delightfully difficult Raven.
I'm more of a parasite.
Yeah, you're more like a clingy kind of, yeah.
Parasite.
Welcome to everybody watching. We're super excited. Hi, Jamie, a.k.a. me. Jamie Hill, good to see you. Good evening,
Our
friends.
show's called Everybody's Watching.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I should say, if you're watching movies on St. Patrick's Day, you should be. The two I watched, well, I'm watching The Quiet Man after I get off here tonight. But the one I watched earlier was Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Darby.
Which is fantastic. It is an amazing Disney movie from the 60s. It's got Sean Connery. It's got leprechauns. It's got a banshee that's terrifying. It's good shit.
The original Leprechaun was pretty good too.
The original was also very fun. Also, Leprechaun in the Hood.
I was gonna say I'm gonna watch Leprechaun in the Hood tonight.
Okay. So we did not. Oh, it's Joe. Joe's here too. Hi.
It's the voice on high. What's up?
The Grand Poobah.
The Grand Poobah, the
Even
producer.
She's doing it now. This is.
Wow.
I'm not doing anything.
Well, we got a guest in the green room there.
Yeah,
sir.
I know. I just looked down and saw that he's here. We're super excited. I'm super excited. I wore an 80s shirt so we could all get along. At this point, let's just bring him up. Jamison Newlander, welcome to Loud and Nerdy, sir. Hi, how are you?
What's up?
Hey, good to have you. Everything okay? Good? How are you doing?
How do I look? Is everything technically correct?
Yeah, you're fine, man. So if you look in the studio, you can see what. Can you hear us?
Can see what? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can see you. It's just that it's on like a very narrow spot on my screen, so I'm trying to figure out how to maybe make it fuller.
No, I think you look okay. Well, there's two things going on. The left of the screen, where did he go? We lost him.
Pushed the wrong button.
Joe, I'm gonna be honest. When you're here, tech things happen. It's the technical difficulties thing.
Nah.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Device not connected.
We'll find him. He's going to come back. I think he's back. Okay, he's back. You're back. You're back. How are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm pretty good. I'm a little flustered today. I just with life stuff, getting ready for going to Orlando. I'm excited, but just scrambling, trying to get stuff done.
Oh, well, we're super happy. You know what? This is going to be the easiest 45 minutes ever. So
Excellent.
don't. Yeah.
No, this is the fun stuff. This is the good stuff.
Nothing to be scared about. Nothing to be worried about.
We're like a motley crew here, so
we are. Yeah, we're an eclectic bunch, a group.
JW, let me do some quick introductions if I can. So,
yeah, go ahead.
Jameson, I'm sorry. I'm Joe Ridgely. You've been dealing with me. I'm the producer of the Indie Escape
What's
Network.
Up, buddy? What's up?
Much great to have you here. JW Colwell is actually the host of this show.
Hi.
And then we have Jerry Kamora, who is a co-host. He's also with the band Slapjaw that just went huge virally, man. Like over millions of views.
Wow,
and
cool.
And Raven's just a crazy girl that shows up every Tuesday with us.
You gotta have one of those.
Yeah, she's just a little bit off. It's very dangerous, so we try to not upset her. So she's the female portion of the show that brings makes all of us better.
Yeah,
what it is.
Better behavior because we're
better behavior, but also
that's what I do.
Smarter.
We don't want it to be a sausage party.
Yeah, it's smarter.
Exactly.
Also, it's good to have other opinions. Jamison, you're coming to Orlando. Where are you coming from Orlando to? Where are you coming to Orlando from?
So I'm in LA. So it's not like I'm coming from like the cold, Yeah, exactly. My arms are flapped. I'm still already flying. No,
we're actually having a cold front right now, man.
Yeah, it's actually cold.
Is that right?
It's super cold.
Wow.
It's 54 here right now.
Yeah, it was 40. It was 41 this morning.
Crazy. That's
nuts. Well, it's El Nino or La Nina.
Right. Is it going to break? Is it going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to it's supposed to be. I think in the 70s by the weekend. You should be fine.
You guys get El Nino and La Nina as well? I thought that was just Cali.
No, Cali gets it, but what we get is whatever the curve of the jet stream. So like the bottom of the jet stream hits us. Right. And in this particular case, we've had Joe, you would agree, one of the coldest winters we've ever had. Like it's been bad.
Well, I've been down here 42 years and it's the coldest I've ever.
You don't want to come up here to Pennsylvania right now, that's for sure.
Jerry's
They're cold up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's cold in the summer there, just so we're clear. Pittsburgh got 5 tons of snow and it's below 30 degrees. Hey, TJ Bowser, good to see you.
That's crazy.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Yeah, Floridians and their so-called cold spells. It's 40.
Well, out here, LA's been cold this winter or this summer. Is winter? Yeah, this winter. I never know with LA, but no, I mean, normally LA has like lots of spots of really hot weather, mixed in with, and by really hot, not quite as bad, not quite as hot as Florida, and it's dry, but still it's, but this winter has been lovely. It's been absolutely lovely.
Is this your first MegaCon? Is this your first?
Yeah, first MegaCon
appearance. Okay, so I hope you're ready because it is.
Is it massive?
It is.
Oh, it is huge.
It's in like a ballroom that's also like connected to 7 or 8 other ballrooms.
Wow.
And then there's like a couple of like giant warehouses. Like it's just
wow.
It is massive. The floor itself is very, very large. And where you'll be
covered it a few
usually
years.
What they do is they have all the celebrities and the signings on one area, and then all of the comic books and merch and food in another area. Nice. So you'll kind of be like secluded, and also like there's back areas where the celebrities get to hang.
You're going to be a busy guy. That's what he's saying. Yeah. You're going to be a busy guy.
That sounds great. Sounds great. I love it.
Yeah, it's a much larger. Like it's probably the largest conference. Like aside from a couple of horror shows we have down here, it's probably the biggest show of the year for anybody in Orlando.
With Spooky? Is it Spooky that's the big one? And
Spooky Empire is very big. Spooky Empire is very big because that's right around with what they do there is Spooky Empire occurs right around the same time of Halloween Horror Nights. So you got Halloween Horror Nights and Spooky Empire going on.
And you get right next door to each other.
They're right, yeah. They're hop, skip, and a jump.
Froze.
Oh, he froze. You froze, but that's okay. Can you hear us? Okay.
Now you're back for a second. Yeah, it's dead.
Spooky Empire, and basically they run it around the same time as Halloween Horror Nights is going on. So,
yeah, I was very close to going last year because Billy and Brooke went from the Lost Boys, and I was very close to going, but I went to another event a month before, right near there. So,
it's MegaCon is like. In many ways, MegaCon is now too big. It used to be like a quaint little con, but now it's like it's very, very large.
Your elbow to elbow people, sea of people. I mean,
well, and they do all kinds of stuff where there's like there's the really good Q&As are very like there's so much space in the convention center. It's just very. We when I went as a correspondent for the Indie Escape Network, we saw Alan Tiddick gave a really great Q&A where he was talking about Firefly and talking about Creature Commandos, although he couldn't talk about it at the time, and he was talking about like Resident Alien and all, like, so it's a very big con now. It's probably one of the bigger cons in the country. Cool. You're gonna have a blast. They're gonna love it.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Have you ever been out to Monster Mania or Chiller Theater out in like Jersey and in PA?
Yeah, I've been to both of those. Yeah, Monster Mania. I think I've done Monster Mania like 4 times, twice with Corey Haim actually when he was still alive. But yeah, those are big. So that's the level. That's
I get to those once in a while.
No, MegaCon is way bigger than
those are
Monster
fun. I had a great time.
Yeah, MegaCon is way bigger than Monster Mania. Monster Mania is cute compared to MegaCon. MegaCon
that was one. Yeah,
I like my
Monster Mania was one of the first ones we did. Yeah, totally. Small doesn't have to be. I mean, I'm not saying
Oh no, small can be good. Small is probably better.
So I hear. I mean,
howdy, Brett.
But so I but yeah, no, I love that. What?
Oh, they were standing up for Monster Mania.
Oh yeah. I did Monster Mania just because we had a blast at Monster Mania. It was like before I understood that these things called conventions, and how fun they are, and it was the second one that we ever did at Monster Mania, and Corey Haim was there. Brooke McCarter was a blast. It was great.
So,
do you have any funny stories about like something that could happen at a con? Like anything that's been interesting that has happened?
I mean, there's all sorts of interesting stuff and all kinds of bizarre things.
Given any weird gifts?
No, I haven't. Billy Worth is the one that gets the weird gifts in our in our franchise. No, I think that the only thing I'll say about Monster Mania, like, okay, so there's probably some weird stuff that I could come up with, about different things, but the Monster Mania I've done it 4 times. I've twice with when Haim was alive and twice without. And so the second time I did it when Haim was alive, there was a lot of tension between the 2 Coreys at that one. So, that's just, I bring that up because it's interesting to know about that stuff, because the first Monster Mania we did, they were just awesome. We were all doing it all together. And then all of a sudden, the next one we did, they were in different rooms and everything, so navigating all that is tricky,
Well, so I mean, I don't want to talk about the Lost Boys at all times, but as a child of the 80s, we have to discuss the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? When you're part of something, totally. When you're there and you're making this movie, like a bunch of teens in an 80s movie, you got Bernard Herrmann, you got Diane Wiest, you got a couple big actors, and then a bunch of like kids kind of like playing with Joel Schumacher and making a movie. Did you know at the time how important it was to the 80s? Did you know what you guys were doing?
How iconic this movie was going to be.
Right, totally. And I think some people had a sense of it. For me, this was a big break for me, the Lost Boys. I was just a kid, just doing, auditioning and things like that, and did some commercials and did some TV. And then here I am in this big movie with this big part. And I didn't know that it didn't always go as great as that. Like everybody was really happy with things. I mean, there were times where, Schumacher got stressed and he screamed at everybody and, or we could see that there's pressure to get stuff done. And I was under a lot of pressure, you got to really be able to hang with the big guys. I didn't even know that I could at the time, until I did. But it's like, for me, watching it all go so well, I just thought that's how it worked, that like, everybody was always so happy with it. I didn't realize that it was a really special thing that, I remember Jason Patrick saying this to somebody. We were going to visit someone else on the lot somewhere. And he was like, they're really loving the dailies. And, and the woman was like, I forget who it was, but she was like, they always love the dailies. It's part of the like thing that, like,
trying to keep everybody up
in the troops. Yeah. And he was like, no, but they're really loving the dailies. And that was the moment when I was like,
they know it's going to be a big movie.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, it's a good first experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting side note. Yeah. Jerry, Raven, and I are all from around Scranton, where Jason Patrick grew up with his dad. Yeah. So like I've drank at the same bar as Jason Patrick's dad, which is everybody in Scranton essentially. Yes.
Is that right?
Not a big deal, but it is what it is.
Did you know who he was? I mean, did you drink with him knowing
Five
he was
steps
the...
from Kevin
no. My dad ran a movie theater when I was a kid, so I know what The Exorcist was. Like I knew what The Exorcist was when I was 7. Like
right, totally.
Just like
I met him.
Crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like movies I should not have seen at 7.
Totally.
I got my sealed copy here.
It's a sealed copy of the Lost Boys.
Oh, that's cool.
What? Wow, it's still sealed. That's amazing.
Still in the shrink wrap.
Still in the shrink. Look at you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I also have this bad boy too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's serious.
You know that BLOB. Jerry's got a lot of stuff to show if he's already like tipping us early.
Jerry's got cool shit tonight.
Our buddy Nick Benson worked on the BLOB special effects.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and good stuff. I mean, brilliant stuff. You know.
I think the BLOB is one of the most underrated 80s. I think it's first off, it's one of the most underrated remakes. And then secondly,
the BLOB was what I was going to question about.
Yeah.
I actually saw the remake of the BLOB before I saw the original, so I was very biased going in. And I was going to say sequels and remakes get a lot of bad like raps. If there's people out there who haven't seen the BLOB remake, could you kind of like give us a good reason to watch it?
I mean, you want me to give a good reason to watch the BLOB?
Yeah,
remake?
like just sell it for us.
Yeah,
there's always people out there who just, if they haven't seen either, they're only going to watch the original. And personally, I
have a reason, and I can help Jamison if he needs it.
Sure, yeah, I'm happy to take some help.
Okay, the easiest reason would be, he's phoning a friend.
Yeah,
the easiest, and I'm sure Jamison knows this, but the BLOB, the preacher in the BLOB is a man named Del Close. The actor that played the preacher in the BLOB is Del Close, who is the
interesting.
He is the father of modern improv. He is the father of Second City. He's the father of long form improv. He's the father. He was also a teacher in Ferris Bueller. But there's another reason to see it. You work in a movie theater in the BLOB. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Such an usher, right?
Yes.
Wait, I thought the teacher in Ferris Bueller was Ben Stiller.
One teacher in Ben Stiller is Ben Stein.
Ben Stein, yeah. Like
there you go.
The one teacher is Ben Stein. The other teacher when Sloan gets out of class, the English class, the other teacher drawing on the wall.
Right, there is another class. I'm sitting here trying to remember.
Close.
I like that scene though. You got to get home. Mom's gonna kill me.
Yeah. But so we're working on the BLOB. Was it something where you're like, did you know about the original when you made it, or did you know it was just something that was getting made and you're like, let's go for it. I'm in. I want to be part of it.
Yeah. So the BLOB. I mean I think I probably knew of the BLOB, especially because of the movie Grease, right? There was a few like in Grease, right? They watched the BLOB, and so I sort of identified it as this 50s movie, you know, and I'm
a dumb kid. I actually thought you were the BLOB movie in Grease. I was really stupid.
Okay,
that is that's a good admission.
Oh yeah,
it's all in the book here.
You guys just don't know it.
It's all no, but I mean,
no judgment zone.
No judgment, but the original BLOB had Steve McQueen. The other thing is,
you know that I literally saw the BLOB and I was just like, oh.
Right.
Have you ever been to BLOBfest?
No, I want to go to BLOBfest. When is BLOBfest this year? I keep forgetting to.
I want to say April. We do another show called Generation Movie, all about.
There's a BLOBfest.
Yeah, it's the actual theater where they filmed the original.
Yeah, I want to do it.
I hope they sell Slime.
10th to 12th in Phoenixville, PA.
If not, somebody needs to start making money.
Good. You know what? I gotta get in on that. I don't have a convention in July. I'm gonna have to get in on that BLOBfest because I don't really push the BLOB stuff that much.
Slime.
What?
Sell signed slime.
Oh, signs. I should sign slime, or they all sign slime.
Yeah,
I think people do sell signed slime at
That
Bluff.
does
I was
make
gonna say it
sense.
would definitely sell.
But what
Yeah,
I
that
would
does
tell
make
you is,
sense.
up until the last couple of years, they didn't view the remake as a fun, like as a
Oh,
they had
legitimate.
like a negative a thing about the remake, but they've
Aha.
since the remake has kind of become a cult movie,
Yeah,
they
they're
now
embracing it.
accept the remake, and they've been running the remake and the original.
Okay, good. So maybe that's why it was like at first, like there was some resistance. Whether it was resistance or just like I couldn't quite get
Yeah,
in,
no.
kind of thing.
Yeah, just
So
like
maybe
it's
that's
not
what
the
it was.
original, right? And
Yeah,
Well, that's
So-
what my question was about. It's just people don't always, they just want to look at the original. Sometimes there are good like remakes out there. There are. And I had
Yeah.
seen this one first. So I kind of thought it was better.
yeah. See that? Yeah. So and I think that it was at the time I wasn't like, oh, let me get on this project because it's so cool. I was like, yeah, let me get in on projects.
any
because-
projects.
Yeah.
I need money.
Yeah, and also, it's like
Work
I
is
was
work.
excited to work is work, and I was excited to get into the Blob. It was a little too late for me to get like a bigger part. I really got on with Chuck Russell at the time, and so I think we were hoping there would be something bigger, but he was like, this is all I have, but anyway, so it was good. It was a really positive experience. I didn't really get to work with Shawnee and Kevin. I've met them and sort of known them in adult life now, going to conventions and things like that. But I mainly worked with those kids, with those blonde kids.
The kids, I got to work with the kids.
I just want to address Brett Wagner again. For those of you who don't know, Brett Wagner, Leatherface, and awesome guy. Thank you, Brett, for joining us.
Thanks. We appreciate you having you.
Welcome, Brett.
On the show sometime.
So let's
Come on the show sometime.
now, Jamison, you're in these classic movies from the 80s, but I want to talk a little bit about other things that I think, in reading about you and studying up for tonight. I'm curious about this stuff you're working on called current frequencies.
Lost you for a sec, but I got your back.
So I'm just curious, like you're working on something called like the podcast. Like I'm fascinated by the concept that you're like a Renaissance kind of person. You're a playwright. You directed a movie. You've been in these movies. You had a play that got that was performed and won awards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just curious. What medium do you like the best? Do you like stage better than you like screen? Do you like screen better than you like stage? And what are you like? You've been dabbling in podcasts in a comedic way, and also long form like radio drama kind of stuff. And I'm just curious.
Yeah. So it kind of goes like this. Like I'm really creative, and I've always been really creative. And when I was a teenager, that's what really becoming a teenager, my mom noticed that, and that's why she got me into acting, because it was like I was really just creative in terms of like the way she described it is like bringing things to life. Like I had this paper mache project, made this deer, and she was like, look, this thing is just really special. And she's my mom, of course, so. Yeah. But so that's why she got me into acting. And really, I've been writing that whole time. I've been acting. And the problem is that I've been, I think, a little unfocused. And I'm now kind of in a place like, what exactly, like the question you're asking, like, what exactly am I supposed to be doing? Like I'm acting is probably my acting on film is probably my favorite thing. I mean, acting on stage is also amazing and is its own special thing. I did that for a long time in my 20s, and it was incredible. And if I could be a stage actor and that could be my life, I would probably do it. If they were like, join this company, that's it. You just be in these plays, like I would be thrilled, and also writing for the theater. I love playwriting, that dialogue, getting into the dialogue where, on film, a bit of dialogue is amazing, you know, but it's only a piece of the whole experience, you know, on stage, that's it. That's all you got, you know? So it's really fun that way. So I think that acting on film, writing on film is probably where I am. That's probably my main wheelhouse. And I have not yet fully realized myself on that subject. You know, I was in Lost Boys, I was in a bunch of other movies, a bunch of other theater things, written a bunch of things, but I've not yet fully realized myself in this way. And so
you continue to do it.
I continue to do it. And I'm like still looking for that big one. That's going to be that next big one, you know?
So with all that, like I watched Waking Nightmare the other night.
Yeah.
I found it. I watched it. And of course, Bone Tomahawk. Would you say that horror is like your main thing? I know you've done other things, but it seems like you keep coming back to that.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I come back to horror is because I have some cachet in horror, and so I'd like to kind of build on that even more. Horror is not my main genre in terms of like artistically what I dig. I'm really more of like that sort of snappy dialogue, romantic comedy kind of thing is really what I like to write. And in terms of doing, I love that stuff. And I also like very serious stuff. I started like, you know, if you can see like in Alan Frog, you know, in Lost Boys, it's like part of the reason that worked is because I was so serious. I was just a very serious actor. You know, I mean, too serious really for my age, you know.
For a movie about vampires,
brother, you'll feel
for a movie about comic book nerds that happen to be fearless vampire hunters. Quick picture. You guys were the coolest. The three of you. You know, in the 80s, you know, there are famous groups, the Goonies, but you got the Frog Brothers and the brothers, you know, the Lost Boy brothers are up there for a lot of horror film fans, right? They're
totally, yeah.
You know, Monster Squad, you guys, like people we were looking at in the 80s that we were like, we want to be them.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that. I love that people, you know, people come at conventions. I meet a lot of people and they're like, yeah, man, we like played Frog Brothers in the Woods. Like any chance we got, we wanted to be you guys. And it feels great, you know?
Yeah, it's bad though when people walk up to you and they're like, we staked one of our friends. No, don't do that.
It's like, don't go too far.
Well,
I never said that.
We can relate to it because we're not far. We're pretty close to the same age. So I mean, guys like me and John growing up seeing it's like, man, I wish I was in there with them doing this. Because we're right there. We're the same age.
I mean, it's like Karate Kid. Right? Yeah, it's like Karate Kid, right? Like when I saw Karate Kid at whatever age I was, like 14 or 15 or whatever, I was like, that's it. I'm training. Like I'm taking the
I got to go to California. I got to find a bunch of bullies that are going to come after me, dressed as skeletons,
and like be like scared kind of at first, but then like really get the best of them. You know, meet this little Asian guy. I need to, you know.
We had
Mr. Miyagi.
What were the shoots like on Lost Boys? Because you're in your teens, you're filming this movie, and it's almost all night stuff, right? So was that stressful as
I
a
lost
teenager?
that last word. It's almost a what?
Okay, I'll repeat. No worries. Like when you're making the Lost Boys, right? It almost all the scenes are at night, right? So was that a stressful thing? Where you got like, how did they work? Were you like 18 or how old were you when you made it?
Yeah, so I was 16. Me and the Coreys we weren't yet 18, and so we weren't allowed to work, I think, past midnight or something like that. So we were working nights, but we weren't allowed to work past midnight. So that was kind of a good gig. You know, we didn't have that long nights. I mean, you know, also the comic book store stuff, it was nighttime in the movie, but we shot that all day long on Saturdays and Sundays or Saturdays. So, you know, it was like, we still got some daytime shoot action going, you know, but it was amazing. I mean, you know, I was being a sort of a newer actor. I mean, I didn't feel like a new actor because I was like acting a lot by then. You know, I was like auditioning and getting some roles and stuff, but I was now at a new level where these guys were stars. I mean, you know, I knew Corey Haim from Lucas. You know, it was like, it was amazing to be working with these guys. And
How did you
so
get into the business?
to me, it was I did. My mom was dating an actor, and she started to, kind of get into those circles a little bit. And she was like, look, there was this woman came over, this friend of my mom's came over, and she was like, you've got to look for acting. And to me, I was thrilled about that, because I was an awkward kid for a while, until I was like probably all through my like the tweens. I was pretty awkward, and I started to kind of get a little bit better looking, and I started to kind of like be like, okay, I got some game here. And so when she said that, my mom was like, you know what, let's get to let me introduce you to my boyfriend's agent, and so that's basically how it happened. And I sort of like, I went on some auditions that I really blew, that I felt like I really blew early on. But then I took a commercial acting class, and the next commercial audition I went and I booked it. And that was just the beginning of it. It's like,
is there anything you auditioned for that the audition you blew, or a thing that didn't go well, was it anything famous, or was it just something where you're like, I didn't get that commercial? Or it wasn't anything like super famous where you're like, holy shit, I could have been this. I could have been in something massive?
Hey, Joe, do me a favor and put our guest on single screen so I can do what I'm doing, and then you'll see later. So I can see a more detailed picture.
So right, you can do that while I answer, or should I wait?
No,
go ahead. I'm doing something.
Go ahead.
She's doing something cool.
Yeah. So
and Joe is gonna put you maybe bigger.
I love it. Bigger.
Joe's not even in the same room as his computer right now.
Well, that's a problem.
That's a problem. That's going to be a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah,
she's gonna work. She's gonna work. But what was the audition? Was it something massive?
Hold on, I'll turn my TV on. I got this. Don't worry.
So the ones that were like, I kind of blew, a lot of those were just like ones that you wouldn't have heard of, commercials and things like that. Where when I say I blew, everybody has those stories. I just heard George Clooney talking about all the auditions that he just made a fool of himself in. And right, you're just on the spot, and you're like, you do something and you're like, that was dumb. Why did I do that? And then some other one, you're just like, man, that was awesome. I was on the spot and look what I came up with, So it's that kind of thing. But I did audition for Stand By Me. Stand By Me was actually my first feature film audition. It was really exciting for me. I didn't think I had a prayer of getting it, and I didn't. I auditioned for Feldman's part, actually. Also Lucas, also like Father Like Son, all the big movies that, like all the young actors did. All of those I auditioned for. And, there are these people have these stories about different people that they saw at auditions and then knew that they didn't have a chance of getting the part. Like, Feldman was one for some people. Keith Coogan was one of those for me. I don't know if you know who Keith Coogan is.
Yeah, but, I know Keith Coogan, yeah.
Yeah, and he...
so if Keith Coogan's sitting there, you're like, God damn it. God damn it, what?
Part, Yeah.
I'm doomed.
And he did.
Coogan!
And he did beat me out for a lot of parts. Cousins was a part I was really hoping to get. He got that part. But he's also, speaking of Coogan, he feels... He's still jealous of me that I got Lost Boys, because he really wanted Lost Boys. So I got that over Keith.
We've had him on the network before.
Yeah, I love Keith. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Kid. He's a good kid.
How was it working with River Phoenix? Because growing up here, right. I saw him in such some big roles, and he passed away before I was really into like movies and stuff like that. But
yeah,
how is it working with him?
So River was like one of the nicest guys. It makes me emotional thinking about it, because he was such a good guy. Like, it's possible to look back, and glorify. I had one day. I worked with him for one day. I knew River for one day, and we were tight on that day. We were playing friends in this movie of the week, and I was the only other kid. There were some extras that were also there, but I was the only other kind of primary speaking part kid. on a set that day, and so we played football, like River Phoenix. I got to hang out with River Phoenix for a day. It's crazy to think.
He was a real
Nicest
kid.
Yeah, just a kid. He was just a kid. That kid that everybody likes, who's the coolest kid, who like you love to talk to him. All the girls are into him. Like that was River.
So let's talk about something you made recently that I think is, we lost him. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, did we lose him?
I think we did. We might get him back.
This is probably as good as it's gonna get. Is Joe back in his room yet?
I don't know, but we're gonna bring him down. We're gonna wait for him to get back. Jamison, get back when you can. I had a good question. Joe's back. We're waiting on Jamison, but that's okay.
What was Raven trying to do?
How about I show you what I've come up with?
Okay.
Well, that's super cool. We'll see when he gets back.
That's probably as good as it's gonna get because I'm really out of practice.
Jamison, you're back.
There he is.
You there? Hello, I heard something.
Jamison, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Wow.
She did a quick drawing.
She did.
Oh, I like it.
Jamison, there you were for a moment. You were an actual Lost Boy.
You are.
For a moment, you were an actual Lost Boy. Let's talk about a movie that's kind of gotten culty buzz that you're part of.
You have audience in.
That's a great picture, Raven.
Go ahead.
Let's talk a little bit about Bone Tomahawk.
Okay. Love it.
You're in this movie.
Does anybody even know how to spell troglodyte?
I was thrilled. I got the button. I got the joke.
Let me ask you a question. What's it like working with Kurt Russell? What's it like, again, because it seems one of the interesting things for you is that you are not, you're part of these movies that become massive cult films. It's like you have a nose to pick them out. You know what I mean? So what's it like working with Kurt Russell? What's it like finding a movie script like that script? Because that script is terrifying.
Yeah, totally. So, I appreciate you saying that about my ability to be in movies that end up being iconic. Because sometimes I feel that way, and sometimes I'm like, I wasn't in that movie, and all that jazz. It's the actors sort of.
No, but the ones you're in are really great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm thrilled about that. So Bone Tomahawk. Bone Tomahawk was this movie where Craig Zoller, the writer director of Bone Tomahawk, he and I did we were just fans of each other as in New York. We got on this movie. He was a DP. He was a DP originally, a cinematographer, and so we got on this movie together, and just sort of I dug what he was doing, he dug what I was doing, and so when I did a short film called Rooster. Actually, there's that series called Rooster now with I was
going to ask if you. That's the next question, on whether or not you have that copyrighted and you're getting some sort of payment from HBO Max.
I'm not. No, I'm not. But maybe I can. I should push it out there a little bit. I should. I'm going to do that. I'm going to push it out there. So when get something out of it,
Yeah.
So when Zoller, so he was the DP on that movie on Rooster. You can see it online. I'll post it on Instagram and things like that in the next couple of days. But if you do,
we'll put it on the Indie Escape Network, and we'll put it all. Cool. We'll put it everywhere.
Awesome. I love it. It's a cool little movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's got, it's a basic little short,
Yeah, but it's your movie, man. And we want to celebrate you. We're
totally. Yeah. I like my work in it. I think I look cool. And Zoller did some really good cinematography on that. So in any case, when he starts selling these scripts, Zoller sold a bunch of different scripts. And he just got sick of it. This is a story I've heard in Hollywood a lot, where it's people sell scripts and it's great. They're happy to get the money, but they want to make movies, and none of their scripts get sold. They get into development hell or whatever. And so this one, he decided to direct it. And he's a good enough writer that, he created this script, this really disturbing, brilliant script, and and got Kurt Russell and all these people just did it. It was a pretty low budget movie. I mean, they shot it for something like between 1 and 2 million or something crazy like that, and all these stars, Matthew Fox. I mean, everybody was so great in it, So that's the story. And he just remembered me and wanted to put me in it. I want to work with him again. I've been busy. I'm busy with a lot of things. I'm a dad, and I got a couple of kids, and I trying to get the acting thing, and I got different writing projects I'm trying to get going. And so I have to really catch up. I haven't seen his other 2 movies, Craig, actually. So I have to see those. Have you seen those movies? His other ones?
Yeah, his movies are really kind of they're unique in the way that they do everything.
Yeah.
And like Bone Tomahawk is one of those movies where it's like you see it once and then you tell other people about it, and then all of a sudden everybody, like, the next time you're drinking heavily with people, you're like it gets on. And you're like sitting there going, wait, bad parts are coming, and you're just like, right. But that's how a cult movie happens. It starts with like 1 or 2 people, and then you give it to other people, and then it infects like your friend group, and then it, you're at a party or something, and it ends up on.
Wait do you see what
you know what I mean?
Like,
did you work with the late great Sid Haig?
I did. Yeah, I did. He was well, wait a minute. In that I did it. Now it's like running in together. I don't know if I don't think actually that we worked together on set on the same day. I don't think I did. No. For a second I was like, I did, but then I was like, no, that's just seeing the movie. So I confused it. No, I didn't.
Jamison, let me ask you a question. Like I said, one of the things that I find fascinating about your Renaissance man kind of thing, you got a lot of stuff going on, and the way you're talking, you're so evocative. You have everything going on. You have these interesting little like thought processes going on. You did a podcast where you were kind of doing it like it was comedic, but it was serious, but it was, the name of the podcast was the Jamison Newlander and Some Other Guy Show, where you never identified or you had a co-host you were playing with, and kind of just, and
JW wish he came up with that so bad.
Why? Well, when we came up with Loud and Nerdy, it was originally me and a comedian. He was loud, I was nerdy. So I'm always fascinated by. So podcasting's been in your realm, and then the other thing that you're working on that's in a podcasting realm is this current frequencies thing that you got going on, right?
Yeah, current frequencies sort of at the moment has fallen by the wayside, sadly. It's a cool project, but it just was one too many things right now, so I haven't been working on current frequencies.
I'm fascinated by it though, the idea or concept of copying. Because one of the segments on our show that we do every week, we do a Twilight Zone segment. We're watching the entire original run of the Twilight Zone.
Cool.
And we do one episode a week, and we talk about the episode and what it like, kind of the precursors. And I was just fascinated that current frequencies, the log line for it is something along the lines of, old timey radio show with the concept of like modern issues, right? Like and so I was intrigued by that. I was just curious about that as like a Renaissance kind of
we were really excited about that. Yeah, we were really excited about doing that, and we got a little lost in the details of it. So my podcast buddy, the one who's other guy, his is well, you know what? I won't reveal his name. We'll keep that secret. But
other guy is famous. Leave that alone.
Yeah. So we're actually trying to put another podcast together. We're sort of ideating about it, and we're almost about to record the first one. So, but it's all it's this kind of stuff is like, it's all shoestring. I mean, it's like with current frequency. I mean, with Jamison Newlander and Some Other Guy Show. First of all, the idea was, he was like, look, nobody cares about me.
Everybody cares about you.
Yes. Yeah, so he's like, why don't we just call it that? We'll just call it Jamison Newlander and Some Other Guy Show. And then, I don't know if you've listened to it, but there's the opening where it's like, it was my wife who does this, and she's like, it's the Jamison Newlander and Some Other Guy Show. And she's like, are you really going to call it that? Right in the opening. Which is funny.
Because my thing is that I listened to the opening, right? And what I thought about was the funny thing is it's kind of like I want to say it's a dark satire of like celebrity life, right? Like everybody gets a podcast.
Sure,
everybody gets a podcast and everybody gets a co-host, right? and so I found it really engaging. And then I was reading about current frequencies, and I'm like, this person is doing all of these cool things where they have interesting stuff going on in their head. And I just found it really engaging. And then Joe said you were coming on the show, and I was like, he's done all these other things. He's done, playwriting, and he's made a movie. And, when you go to these conventions and everything, all anybody wants to talk about is the Lost Boys or the BLOB or BONE TOMAHAWK.
Right.
And
Those three.
I found your shit really engaging. And I was like, I think it's cool to be able to do that. You know what I mean? To come up with other concepts. Think outside the box. Did you put?
Yeah.
Do you think that was part of the bit? Like at some point, do you think the episodes would have gotten to the point where you were hostile to the other guy, or do you think
we cut out all that stuff? But no,
you got rid of that.
No, I
there are NDAs.
I think, you know what? I think that the J-Nog show, as we call it, Jamison Newlander, some other guy show, that we a lot of the things that I do, because I have this sort of Renaissance man, in of sorts, and I have a lot of different ideas and a lot of different creative ideas, and that was like, we did it and then we stopped, and we probably should have just continued, and maybe it would be huge by now, and there's a bunch of other things like that where, what you're pointing out about these different things. There's also a bunch of things that I don't even really talk about that much. There's this this stage play I've been sort of working on for 30 years, different productions, about virtual reality, film noir, PI, and virtual reality. And it's like, there have been stretches where that's occupied all of my time, just getting that right, for a production, or trying to, write that screenplay, which we pitched, and everybody was interested for a while until they weren't, and then,
you make it an AI PI, you're going to be in.
Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. I mean, I'm still trying to work that piece. It's a stage play. That's what's fun about it. It's a stage play. And right now, with AI and everything, stage is starting to get a little bit of I think people are starting to be like, oh, maybe theater is the way, we can make sure that's no AI, And so, maybe that has legs. I also have this project that I'm working on where it's like imagining the world with fly fighting as a huge sport, like tracking down and killing flies with an electronic fly racket is this massive sport. Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm sorry, I prefer the salt gun, Jamison. I don't know what you're doing.
I want to get the pistol.
That's good. I did when I was a kid. It was a rubber band on a
yes, it was a paperclip. A paperclip on a rubber band.
Yeah.
Or if it was for your buddy, it was a thumbtack.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I have a question. To kind of maybe throw it at you, since you said you're really into like rom-com, and I know to be that person that brings it back to Lost Boys, but if you had a chance, because I know you were in a deleted scene for one of the sequels, and you could write a spin-off for your character in any way, what would you give it as? What would you give his future to be?
His arc.
Yeah, like his arc, because you're saying you're not really into art, you're into horror. And unless if you watch the deleted scene, it's not canon. So what is your character up to now?
Well, okay, so couple complex answer, because Lost Boys The Thirst, I was in the Lost Boys The Thirst. I was in that somewhat significantly. So that I am there, part of that arc. But I do actually have I have an idea. I have a Frog Brothers show that I've been we're pitching it a little bit here, and then pitching to Feldman, and then it changed.
Pitch us, come on.
So here's the deal, and so one of our kids, one of the Frog Brothers kids, we've grown up, we try to live a normal life, retired from vampire hunting, the Frog Brothers, but we have these kids, and we're trying to give them a normal life, and so this kid, one of our kids, I haven't figured out which one yet, but either Edgar's kid or my kid, they go on a date, but there's some history there. There's like someone's wants revenge against us, and so they slip this kid some vampire blood, and so he doesn't know what the hell is going on. He takes this vampire blood. He doesn't know he has it. It was just in his drink. He's flying. Not flying, but he's like high, from the vampire blood. But they trick him into, and they kind of play on the agitation that can come from when you're turned into a vampire, for that anger that can come up, that can bubble up. And so they trick him and they make it look like his date is like attacking him. So this kid who has this vampire blood in him and doesn't know what the heck he's doing, he goes off on her and he almost kills her. He attacks her and he almost kills her. So if she dies, he's a full vampire, but she's not dead yet. And so, we figured it out. The Frog Brothers figured it out. We came to his rescue. We grabbed him just before she was killed. We figured out what was going on, got him to safety. And now we have the first season of our kid potentially being a vampire for eternity if this woman dies. But if he can keep her alive, then he's only a half vampire. And so he's trying to keep her alive. Feldman, Edgar's helping his kid, if that's his kid or whatever. The two of us are working the perimeter, trying to keep that vampire pack that set him up, trying to keep them away. She dies. Boom, it's over. He's a full vampire. So that's it.
And that's interesting. That's real interesting. It plays on the lore a little bit. It plays on the lore.
Yeah.
It plays on the lore.
See, I think that's the one thing the lore really sticks with Lost Boys.
Yeah.
So it really I like that.
Well, and cool. I think another way around, an interesting way you could go there is that they don't know who did it. So you could do a whole mystery within the arc of the season. Keep her alive. Try to figure out who the pack is.
Right.
And who they're related to it.
And we have to get that.
Who they're related to is the reveal at the end of season 1, right? Sure. There may be, there may be David's kin or something.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Copyright that now. Shoot a pilot. Get it to Chiller.
Yeah, get it to Chiller or get it to Screambox or get it to any of these places.
Those are these production houses.
Definitely.
That you're talking about?
Okay. Yes. Well, Screambox, Chiller, Tubi. There's a lot of stuff on Tubi. 80s classic horrors all over Tubi.
Yeah, I mean it's tricky because there's of the IP. I think it's Lauren Schuler Donner that owns the IP for Lost Boys. So
I was going to ask who currently owns the IP.
Yeah, Donner. That's a Donner production.
And plus Warner Brothers is in transition. It's been in transition already. For a few years. We were even closer on this or a version of this a couple of years ago before it got bought out. So
before it got taken over by well, you can't say it. I can say it, by a very bad man. Anyway, who's making a lot of money. That was in news today. He's making a lot of money off the sale of Warner Brothers to the Ellisons. Anyway.
Wait, so were you thinking a live action show or an animated show or AI?
I was thinking of it live action. Yeah, I think I was picturing it live action, like a Cobra Kai, kind of model. I mean,
there you go.
A whole bunch of young actors, bring in the older actors as cameos and really build out the lore. It would work. It really would. Yeah. Lost Boys has a very big following.
Totally.
Well, Lost Boys is an interesting. It's it's one of those 80s movies that's like there's nothing problematic in the Lost Boys. Yeah. Like that. The interesting thing about it is there are a lot of 80s movies where you're like, oh, we can't do that because that movie had something going on here and there was something behind the scenes. We lost it. Right. You know what I mean? We lost Raven. Oh, Raven's gone. Anyway, it's okay. Yeah. We'll continue. We'll plug away. So let's talk what folks can look forward to this weekend at MegaCon, because we know you got to run. But this weekend you're at MegaCon, March 19th through the 22nd, Orange County Convention Center, one of the biggest cons in Orlando. What can people expect? What do you got? Is there anything planned? Is there any Lost Boy event or anything going on, or is it just?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a panel, and that might sometimes the panel is just me. When it's me and Feldman, sometimes it's just me because he also has a Goonies panel and stuff like that. So it might be just me. It might be me and Feldman.
Goddamn Goonies taking away my frog brother.
Exactly. Yeah, my Goonies cousins. And so so there's that. I have in my table, I'm starting to develop things at my table. Like I have you can do a Frog Brothers selfie at my table. You can I have like a headband, a red headband. You can be Edgar, and I'll put on
that's cool.
beret. Yeah, that'd be cool. So I've done that the last
cool.
couple of times.
Because everybody wanted to do that shit, man. Everybody was like,
yeah.
Do you have anybody the things you signed? Does anybody bring the comic books? Did anybody bring the Kill All Vampires comic book?
Yeah, both of the comic books. I signed those a bunch. And pops, the double pop of me and the Frog Brothers. And there's a new pop that's coming out at MegaCon. I think there's something where I'm doing some event where like we're gonna auction it off or something fun, with these new pops.
Have you considered writing a comic book?
Okay, so you mean a comic book, a Lost Boys related comic book, or just in general?
Either.
Okay, so I am working on a comic book. There's a former colleague of mine. When I talk about Renaissance Man, I was also a copywriter for 15 years, and someone I worked with there is a comic book writer, and he, we've been working on a comic that's kind of like I was trying to pitch a while ago when Lost Boys was first, before the sequel, the sequel in the early 2000s, I was trying to pitch this idea that we are being hunted by vampires. We, the actors, are, because that when we did Lost Boys, that we unlocked something, and that they're still chasing us,
Cool idea.
and right, cool idea, right? And then even that might even explain like some of maybe Brooke McCarter, how he passed or something like that. And I wouldn't want to mess with the Corey Haim stuff too much because I mean, I don't want to leave a bad taste. It'd be fun to like explore it, but I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But so I thought that would be really cool. And then so this comic book is sort of along those lines. It's kind of playing off that idea. So
very cool.
Well, we're super excited to have you in Florida, and we're super excited you came on the show tonight. And
it's great to talk to you guys.
I'm not just saying it, but we are a podcasting network where creatives unite. So if you ever want to, you're more than welcome to ever come back. If you want to ever discuss anything, I'd love to see a return of your podcast, because I think you have a really good head on your shoulders with regards to what you're looking for and what makes fandom special is a big thing. And what I would say is you're welcome back anytime you want to come on, man, and anything you need to promote. And sounds please, come back and see us again.
Yeah, anytime.
I totally the MegaCon thing again.
When you want to promote that comic book, come back on.
I will. I appreciate it. I mean, you guys have been giving me good encouragement to like keep up with these things.
I want a first print copy, and
all of us.
Yeah.
Be like,
Joe will be like, I want the comic book. No. Joe wants merch. But I think the interesting thing about us is we're, Joe and I found each other, and then I brought Jerry on. I brought Raven with me. We brought a couple other people, and we're just like, we're film fans first, and just pop culture nerds. And then, having people on and talking to them and getting to know people in the industry is fantastic for us. But it's also, getting a good interview or talking to people and finding a like-minded people is a good thing, and we're super happy. And like I said, I think people talk to you about the Blob and Bone Tomahawk and the Lost Boys, of course. I found other stuff in your background, very interesting. I thought the podcasting and that stuff very cool. So
thank you, man. It was good. It's fun to talk about that stuff. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think, it's funny. We don't give out hot wings, but I feel like hot wings are where, like, Hot Ones is one of the things I'm going for, where if people come on our show, I want them to feel like, hey, we did some work. You know what I mean? We had a good time and everybody's happy. But thank you so much.
MEGACON.
And everybody,
this
weekend. Jamison Newlander at MEGACON.
It's gonna be
have a great weekend. Enjoy Orlando and a little bit chilly Orlando.
Right. Better to be in here.
Have a good time, man, and I wish you the best. And like I said, I hope some of these projects that you got rolling around in your head, I hope they come to fruition.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
It was a pleasure having you. You have a great night, Jamison. Thank you so much.
You too. Good night. Thank you, guys. Good.
Take care, brother. That was fun.
He's an amazing guy, isn't he?
I think he's super cool, and like I said,
a lot of great ideas.
We throw the word Renaissance man around a lot. But then, like somebody who's been in the business a long time, who understands the value of using celebrity, but also the idea that he's got other ideas and wants to paint in different mediums, is pretty cool. And and the idea that he's been part of all these cult little movies, it means that his nose for these things are, it's an ample nose where you can pick out these projects where you're finding the right people. And like the example would be for BONE TOMAHAWK. It's like, I met the director of photography on my movie, and then he was making this movie and he gave me a part, and I read the screenplay and I was terrified. It all ties together. It's like us. It's like all of us meeting people we're meeting, with like the cast of Camera X or the cast of, Last Known Location, or Mick and Jared for Pig Hill last week. Like, it's a collection of unique people, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
And fun people.
We have great friends.
We do.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with having good friends.
Terry Gerald.
Yeah, well, no, I no disrespect. I was just, talking about the people we've had on recently, where it's like,
no, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I wasn't.
I don't know if Raven's power's out, so I think Raven might be done for the night.
Terry's got some great stuff going on too.
Yeah. He's got his new AI show that just released the first clip. So Black Laurel.
Is it called? Black Laurel is the show, or is it? What's the
clip?
It's haunted, but
Harlow's haunt. But
what's its
page
frequencies, right?
I would have to look it up. Yeah, something frequencies for Harlow's haunt, but he's concentrating on the AI show right now that he's looking for a distribution. Actually,
it's the Black Laurel.
It's going to be a first AI, well, not the first, but AI show specifically made to watch on phones. Like Ben Affleck did his thing with the AI and just sold it. And
Raven, you're back. You have power. What's going on? It's okay.
I'm so sorry. No, the whole apartment actually turned off, and then I got everything restarted, and I must have blew the breaker. And I had to go.
You blew the breaker?
Good job.
Well, right when I turned everything back on, I think I did.
How could you?
You can't run the toaster and the microwave at the same time.
This is too awkward. I don't want to be on top of
Jerry.
Yeah,
I don't live in the best building. It's better than some of the other ones in the area, but
wait a second. I don't know. Jerry needs to be up there. You can.
Oh, somebody's OCD kicked in. Okay. Our guest is gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jamison. We wanted to let Jamison go. Let's do.
He was awesome.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yes, he was.
Let's
and
get
Raven,
some.
We couldn't tell you were drinking at all.
You could. Sorry, it's been a long day.
You could.
I drew a good picture.
You do a great picture. The funniest thing was every once in a while you threw him off so much that he just kind of like, I don't know which way I should be.
You didn't know where to go.
Yeah, you were just non sequiring him to death. It was pretty
all
fun.
Of a sudden you're jumping,
I want to interrupt him, and then you guys would start talking, and I was like, "But I have another Lost Boy question."
Well, yeah, and again, we'll talk about it later in post, but we'll talk about it.
I did good last week. Leave me alone.
You did. Tonight was not last week. Okay.
Whoa.
Anyway,
over.
Not in a bad way. I'm just
trying to
saying.
draw and ask questions at the same time, JW.
Well, I would prefer you to just draw. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay, kid. Let's talk, Jerry. What's coming from your basement this week? That's a good push.
Segue.
Yeah, we got some interesting stuff.
Talk to me, Jerry.
Let's
Show
bring
some
Jerry
cool
full
stuff.
screen.
So all right. So we've got some Puppet Master stuff here.
Oh,
Nice.
I like
Oh,
Puppet Master
cool.
stuff. Puppet Master's a great
This is
movie.
Pinhead from Puppet Master. So this is that's the back, right? So then we've got the Blade character.
He is the best.
And
Does
Blade,
he
he was
actually have the
modeled
blade
after,
hands?
modeled after Richard Lynch, actually, in the third.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Film.
Nice.
Then we've got a couple of the tapes here. This one's actually a beta tape in a VHS
fucking
case.
beta.
You see the thing in there, the stopper.
Yeah, because beta was always smaller.
Yep. So that's the beta. Got a couple other ones. Got 5. We got 3 here. That's the one where Blade.
Puppet Masters and unrated. Is 3 where they become good? Which one where they become good?
Is
3 eventually the one where they were like, we can't
I won't lie, I haven't seen all the Puppet Masters.
3 is the one where they're in like Nazi Germany.
Yeah, they killed Nazis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're automatically the evil toys are good.
Richard Lynch is basically he's like the general or whatever of the Nazis, and when he's killed, Toulon makes the Blade puppet after him. So that's why it has sort of a Richard Lynch. That's why it has like a Richard Lynch type face. If you remember what Richard Lynch looks like.
Yeah.
Wasn't Corey Feldman in one of those?
Yes, he was in this one, as a matter of fact.
It says Corey Feldman right on top. Good job, Joe.
I didn't see.
Yeah, there he is on the back.
Yeah, the interesting thing about when they did Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, it was like 2 different franchises, but they brought them together, which was fun. Okay.
Full Moon Productions, right?
Full Moon, Charles Band.
And Charles
amazing.
This was my favorite character, though. He was my favorite.
Yeah. He's a good character. I also like the guy with the. Is he the one that has the thing on his head?
He's Pinhead. He's got the little head.
He's got the little head. Okay, who's the one that has the screw? Is it Screwhead?
Yeah, that's Tunneler.
Yeah.
You would think.
And then the leech woman has leeches that come out of her mouth. And then you have
the cowboy with 6 arms.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, of course, the 6-shooter.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a good puppet, though.
It's a great
I gotta
puppet.
Revisit those.
Those are fun. I'm surprised we haven't had a reboot of that.
How many are there? Is like 10?
There's quite a bit.
We should talk about reboots.
I think there's 5 or 6, but then they start getting into they stop using numbers. And they're like Puppet Master Legacy and
I mean, like everything else in the past 10 years. 10 years?
Yeah, there's been a few in the 2000s, 1 or 2. But I mean, they're not the originals.
There are 15 films.
Oh, there's that many?
Wow.
From 1989 to 2018.
I mean, basically,
15 Puppet Master movies.
Anyway.
Here we go. Ready?
Jerry's going to be banned from saying basically.
I know, pretty soon.
I'm not saying it wasn't me.
Look,
Puppet Master.
I think I've seen 3.
Puppet Master 2, Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge, Puppet Master 4, Puppet Master 5, The Final Chapter, Curse of the Puppet Master, Retro Puppet Master, Puppet Master The Legacy, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, Puppet Master Axis of Evil, Puppet Master X Axis Rising, Puppet Master Access Termination, Puppet Master.
I know they make a lot of merch.
Wait a second, they get better. The Littlest Reich,
I remember
Blade the Iron Cross, and Puppet Master Dr. Death. Quality material.
I knew there was 3.
I wonder if Jerry, are they on Tubi? Where are they at? Where can people watch them?
I'm sure some of them have to be on Tubi.
Some of them do.
Didn't they used to be on Up All Night?
Definitely.
Or was it HBO?
No, they were on Up All Night. They were on the whatever her name was. What was her name? Schaefer, right? What was her name? Rhonda Shear. She loved the Charles Band Full Moon Productions.
When wasn't Caroline Schlitt was first, right? She was.
Yes. The Littlest Reich with Thomas Lennon is slept on. Thank you, Harry Kronetsky. We're going to talk about you in a second. Stay here for a moment. Let's do Twilight Zone Redux before we forget. So, Twilight Zone Redux, again, this is a Richard Matheson episode, so everyone should take note. Richard Matheson, one of the greatest writers in the history of sci-fi and horror. Omega Man, I Am Legend, all based on his work. Fantastic. This is opening narration. First off, it's episode 91, season 3, episode 26 of season 3. Original air date March 16th, 1962. Wow, we almost caught up in time. Exactly 64 years, almost 64 years to the day. That's fucking weird. That's crazy. Anyway.
That was the episode.
Yeah, the episode's crazy too. Missing one frightened little girl named Bettina Miller. Description: 6 years of age, average height and build, light brown hair, quite pretty. Last seen being tucked in bed by her mother a few hours ago. Last heard, there's the rub, as Hamlet put it. For Bettina Miller can be heard quite clearly, despite the rather curious fact that she can't be seen at all. Present location, let's say for the moment, in the Twilight Zone. So it's every parent's worst nightmare. You wake up to your child crying, and she's not in her room. They can't find her. And, the father looks under the bed. They do all kinds of stuff. Little Girl Lost is the name of the episode. And they do all kinds of stuff where they're looking for her. And they call somebody else over. And he's like, I'm trying to figure it out. And as he's doing this little thing where he's standing by where the bed was, they move everything in her room. And they can still hear her. And so as they do that, they move everything in her room. And the guy that they bring, the friend they bring in, he's like, well, what if she's behind, like, what if she fell into something? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? and it becomes like he puts his hand through the fucking wall, Jerry. Mm-hmm. And then he draws like different symbols on the walls, and it just becomes this crazy kind of whatever. But she's trapped in a parallel dimension where the dog finds her first. And, it's just a wild episode. And look at all like the weird shit on the wall behind him. And Jerry and I were talking about it before the show. Richard Matheson's a genius. But this, in every conceivable way, is the 1960 version of Poltergeist. In any conceivable
Richard
way.
Matheson wrote Poltergeist.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, he wrote. Tobey Hooper wrote Poltergeist, but somebody clearly saw the Twilight Zone. Yes. Carol Ann is Bettina. Bettina is Carol Ann, and it's just a really good episode. But it's also like, it's so clearly the episode that Spielberg and everybody saw that worked on Poltergeist. It's literally Poltergeist before Poltergeist happens. It doesn't have the creepy, go to the light, Carol Ann, run to the light. It doesn't have, right,
the whole sequence. I can't see you.
I can't see you. But also, like, the thing about Poltergeist is also, now that you watch this and you watch Poltergeist, like Poltergeist, they come up with the idea, we're going to wrap everybody in, have a bath ready. We're going to wrap everybody, throw the balls through, so you can get from one area to the other. Like, it's great. Final closing narration. The other half where? The fourth dimension? The fifth? Perhaps. They never found the answer. Despite a battery research, physicists equipped with every device known to man, electronic and otherwise, no result was ever achieved, except perhaps a little bit more respect and uncertainty about the mechanisms of the Twilight Zone. It's just... This is the episodes where the opening is also changed a little bit. And this is based on Richard Matheson wrote the short story based on a real life incident involving his young daughter who fell off of bed while she was asleep and rolled against the wall. Despite hearing their cries for help, Matheson and his wife were they couldn't find her. Also, fun fact, the voice of Tina in the alternate dimension is an actress named Rhoda Williams, and she was 32 years old when the episode was made. Great stuff. Fun stuff. We love the Twilight Zone. Next week, we get a great episode called Person or Persons Unknown, written by Charles Beaumont, directed by John Bram. Looks like it's going to be great. Again, we're plowing through. We will be done with season 3 before summer movie season. We got about 8 episodes left. So
then there's 3 more seasons.
I think it's 5. It only has 5. The problem we're going to have is it's either 5 or 6 seasons, but the problem that happens in seasons 4 and 5, because it was such a big hit, they started writing hour-long episodes. So the episodes go from 25 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour. So it's going to be interesting. Let's hit some news of the week also before we go. And before we promote some stuff, news of the week, box office, and then new movies. Box office, this movie's still number 1. This movie came in second. Reminders of Him came in second, did very well. Undertone, despite only costing $500,000, did fantastic.
What the heck is that one?
Undertone is fantastic. It's bone-chilling. It's about a podcaster who does a podcast with somebody who lives in England, so she has to do her podcast at 3 a.m, and basically they get sent a series of sound bites, and basically they do a creepy podcast about all things creepy, and shit gets creepy, but it's all sound and negative space. Really well done. And when I say a shoestring budget, under $1 million for this movie, and it's already grossed $9 million. They paid $5 million for it. A24 paid $5 million for it. It's fantastic. I did a review last week. Really good, excellent. Kiki's Delivery Service also did very well in its little run. Kiki's Delivery Service grossed $1.6 million, which is not bad for a movie that's almost 40 years old. And then the movie that kind of fell off, The Bride fell off a cliff. The Bride literally dropped 70% from last week to this week. It grossed like 10 million, 7 million or 8 million last week. It's at 2 million. It is one of the bigger financial bombs of
you saw year. It, and you watched Joker Part 2. Which is worse?
It is getting slammed with.
Oh no, Joker's far worse. The Bride is good. I like The Bride.
Okay.
Joker.
It's getting a lot of bad PR.
Why is it getting bad PR?
Well, it's woke. It's feminist.
And
it's a good movie. Go see it.
It's written by a woman, and they're remaking a movie where the woman was the lead character but didn't say a word. So, hey, we might have a little bit of a revisionist
I think it was a good movie. Go see it. Like
it's a great movie. It's just not.
Is it a musical?
Click. There are musical sequences. It's not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have said it was a musical.
There are ethereal. So a couple things about
which
director
was more of a musical, Joker 2 or
Joker 2?
The Bride.
Okay. Joker.
The musical sequences in The Bride are all based on 1930s romantic comedies. It's not the same. It's anyway. But Hoppers is a very big hit for Pixar, which is very big. Quick Oscar talk. One Battle After Another won Best Picture. It probably shouldn't have. I think we're probably going to get to a point where we view it as a mistake. It won 6 Academy Awards. Sinners won 4. Frankenstein won 3. It was a good night. A lot of different projects won. Best performance, like Michael B. Jordan won for Best Actor. Jesse Buckley won for Hamlet. If you haven't seen Hamlet, highly recommend it. It's a fantastic movie. but do not have any tissues or anything to wipe your face. I didn't. I sat there, and then all of a sudden, I have no problem crying at movies, and I cried a lot.
No, wait. How cool? Go back one step to Michael B. Jordan. How cool was it that he went to In-N-Out Burger or something afterwards with the and hung out with people?
Cool. And actually, I talked about this in our Oscar special, which is available everywhere on Facebook and YouTube. Rich and I did an Oscar special immediately after the Oscars. Michael B. Jordan's speech is going to be something we talk about for a long time. It's a great speech, and it is the coronation of the next box office megastar. He can act, he opens movies, he makes bank, he makes good choices. He has a really good pairing.
I don't know, Fahrenheit 450.
Okay, wait. No, so he doesn't. Let's go through this. He doesn't make good choices. He's been in the Creed films. He's been in Black Panther.
Well, I understand. When did Fahrenheit 4 come out?
Like 3 years ago.
Oh, he's already a long time ago.
He's got
I like his first flick that I remember him from was when all the kids get superpowers from going in a hole or something.
You're talking about Chronicle?
Yes.
That's fine. I most people remember him first from Drumline. But he's
don't even know what that is.
I don't either. I know Chronicle though.
But really bad movie, but he is so good in it that you will watch it again just for him.
But also, he's the right director. He's the right actor right now, and it was more of a coronation than it was. The biggest loser of the night that we have to talk about is Marty Supreme lost every category it was in.
No, wait, is that the kid from Willy Wonka?
Yes, that's Timothy Chalamet.
You tried to get me to watch that, and every time I try to, I can't.
It's Timothy Chalamet.
And I like Timothy Chalamet. And I think the quote that he's been getting crap about, if you actually listen to the whole thing, it's not as bad as it
shouldn't have said
making it sound out to be.
Raven,
but
in the middle of an Oscar race, you keep your fucking mouth shut about creative shit.
I don't know what's going on.
Raven, in the middle of an Oscar race, you shut your fucking mouth about other creative people.
The whole thing. And he does say right at the end of it, he's like, they're going to clip me. I was dumb.
Yes.
I shouldn't have said that. Like,
don't
he knew
fucking
as soon as he said it.
Yes.
Did he ruin his career?
And I'm saying it was a stupid comment, but I won't lie. Like, as much as you try to sell me on that movie, I watched 10 minutes and I could not watch it. It just did not do anything for me.
It won't ruin his career because he's too talented. But he made a comment that nobody likes ballet and nobody likes opera. And
which is really funny. His school went after him.
But Raven,
the school he went to went after him.
It is dumb in the middle of a campaign where you're trying to win an award for your work. It is stupid to make fun of other creative people. But isn't that the problem right there?
You're saying, JW, that it's a campaign. Hasn't the Oscars become too much of that?
No, it's always been that. It will always be that. It will always be a campaign. There are big trades that run ads.
You also had Conan bringing up the whole night. You had Conan too many gags, bitching about that the young audience doesn't watch the Oscars. Like, I give it to you, the memorial was horrible. The gimmick thing they did with Grogu made me think of MTV Movie Awards. I had fun watching my pay-per-view.
Did you? Oh, I've heard nothing but horrible things about the pay-per-view.
The 5 hours, only 4 hours of wrestling. Anyway. I got my money's worth, and I could watch the Oscars later. It wasn't that good.
Anyway,
they need a new showrunner.
You realize JW lives for the Oscars, right?
Yeah, no, it's okay. But
I know
right now.
It's also I don't know. We have an AEW WWE problem. The two of us. Other news of the weekend. The big news.
Yeah,
of the
weekend,
we do. March 15th.
I like wrestling. JW likes WWE.
I like actual important wrestling. I don't
you guys see the pizza dude? You see those videos? The dude that
that's pizza dough. He'll be in AEW before you know it. He'll be in AEW before you know it. He'll be signed quick.
I don't even know what AEW
He was already
is.
in AEW. You missed it. He was already
Oh,
in AEW.
he was already there. Yeah, who gives a fuck about him? He's already in AEW. He's already been signed.
Okay, anyway.
Moving on.
Let's talk about Firefly because I actually have something to say about it.
Animated,
we'll talk about it.
Is it going to be animated?
Firefly? Okay, so they announced on Sunday. There was a big, kind of a long drawn out thing where Nathan Fillion was going and collecting cast members. And basically Firefly is coming back as an animated series. The way it's going to work, it doesn't have a place yet, but the way it's going to work is it's going to run in between the show that ended after 13 episodes and the movie that came out. So the timeline between them. So those two things remain canon, but there will be an animated show with the voice cast, except for Ron Glass. May he rest in peace.
So you're telling me it's worth starting the series that I've never seen before?
You've never seen Firefly or Serenity?
No, it's not. No, it's not, Joe. It's a great series, but this reboot thing is never going to happen.
Well, Nathan,
you want to bet on that? You want to bet?
Pretty hot right now.
Do you want to bet?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because if Buffy could not get picked up and Buffy has a bigger following, there's no way that this is getting picked up. Animation costs more money.
Oh my God. Stop for a second. Relax. Chill out. It's like you're throwing questions at a frog brother. Relax.
One season of that show, Firefly?
Yeah. 13 episodes. One of the best shows you'll ever watch.
Have you seen the movie?
They showed it in the wrong order.
I never saw it. I heard of it.
So really quick, the story about Firefly is Firefly was a show that Fox bought it after Buffy hit. Same creator, Joss Whedon, who it came to have problems. It is a sci-fi western / horror kind of thing. It's great. It has all kinds of elements, but it's basically a sci-fi
I don't know
western.
if it's called horror, maybe sci-fi. It's not horror.
You don't think it's horror? What happened to River? Anyway,
no, I don't. I call it sci-fi.
Isn't Deadpool's girlfriend in it?
Yes.
She's in it.
She plays a prostitute.
She plays a prostitute. It's amazing.
American space western sci-fi series.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, it's 13 episodes.
Firefly is great. It's just there's no way it's getting a reboot.
Are you muting her?
I am. No, because I had a question, but now I totally forgot what.
So here's what happened. The story behind Firefly: they bought it. They gave 13 episodes. They then, when they got the show, the first episode is this hour-long, really, really great episode. It introduces all the characters, but Fox, when they saw it, is like, this isn't actiony enough. So we're going to run it out of order. We're not going to run the first episode. We're going to run the second episode that has more action in it. And they ran it out of order. And once they ran it out of order, everything kind of fell in on itself. And the show got canceled after one season. But it became a cult show. Eventually, they make 13 episodes. They run all of them. It burns out. But there's a culty thing to it. People start passing around the DVDs. Everybody starts watching it. And they eventually get enough fans and everything. And they make a movie called Serenity. No, Firefly's better than Killjoys, Ken. Killjoys is a ripoff of Firefly. Anyway, but it's really great.
They did a Justice League thing, and they got
the movie stands on its own. The movie, you can watch the movie and it stands on its own. But if you're a Firefly fan, the movie is fantastic. You don't like okay. Trust me on this one.
So
Serenity is a great movie. The show is great. They're going to do an animated show. One of the actors passed away. Ron Glass.
Movie sucks.
What's up? What'd you say?
Was that me? Am I off mute? Am I off mute? I said the show is great. The movie sucks.
Movie doesn't suck. Movie's fantastic. Anyway,
they killed Wash.
Nathan,
dude, it's more than 10 years old.
But people here have not seen it.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to watch it. I just muted you.
I've heard of it, never saw it.
But I'm going to watch it now.
So Firefly is being pushed. Also, there was a Buffy news of the week that she's talking about.
I still had a question about Nathan How do you say his last name?
Fillion.
From Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Shop 30 plus years ago.
Yes, but if you were to ask people what people know him for, all these shows that have come out
Firefly.
After, everybody will tell you Firefly is the reason he's on The Rookie, or the reason Firefly was
Did Firefly come before Dr. Horrible Sing-Along?
Yes.
Oh, that's a question I had. So, Firefly or V, which was she in first?
Firefly.
Firefly
came before V? Okay.
Yes.
Lizzie, you can laugh all you want. That's what we're here for you.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple things. The bet. Okay. So we'll do the bet first. The bet is $1. We'll do a Trading Places bet. I will be right, and you'll pay me $1 in.
Listen, I want it to succeed, but there is no way that if a Buffy reboot cannot find a home, that a Firefly reboot or middle round, whatever you want to call it.
We haven't hit that yet, so relax for a moment. Firefly got announced that they're doing an animated remake or animated sequel show to the original show. Okay. Also on Sunday, when they were out promoting, give me a second to explain to the audience, and then we can talk. Relax. This is what you did to the Frog Brother. This is what you did to Jamison. Relax. Jesus fucking Christ. Relax. Okay. So what had happened was
Raven took one for me.
Firefly reboot gets announced on Sunday. Also on Sunday, Ready or Not 2 is premiering at South by Southwest. Also, the Oscars are ongoing. So all of these things are happening in a vortex. And they announced that the Buffy reboot that went to Hulu is not going to be on Hulu. I don't think that's going to stop the Buffy reboot, because it came out today that some executive that
never heard of it or never saw it
had never seen the original show.
Which is insane.
Right. So that's going to get course corrected, because Chloe Zhao and Sarah Michelle Gellar are bigger than that. Chloe Zhao just got done with Hamnet. She directed Hamnet. She did Buffy. I think it's going to get course corrected and it's going to get fixed, because they're making a big stink about it.
I am somebody who actually liked Eternals because of Chloe Zhao. I won't say that it didn't have problems. It had a lot of problems.
I think people are worried about the Buffy thing right now.
Amazing.
What I would say is that the article that Buffy is not going to be on Hulu upset a lot of people, and I think once they announced that some guy that was being the executive for Hulu said no and had never seen the original show and didn't watch the actual pilot, might change things in the next couple weeks. So I think there might be either it gets sold to Netflix or something happens in the next couple weeks. Let's not worry about it.
Then Firefly is safe. But if it doesn't, I don't see Firefly
is safe no matter what.
Buffy has a bigger fan base.
I just want to see Charisma Carpenter again.
I do too.
Maybe. That's a maybe. I think she'll come back.
No, she has already said she would come back and work with Sarah.
I want to see Paul Rubens again.
She has made that statement.
I wish we could see Paul Rubens. Of course it isn't.
He was in the movie.
That would be cool, but we would have to dig him up.
For now, the Buffy reboot is dead. Firefly's alive. I think both will eventually be back alive. I'm hopeful. Anyway, I want to talk about...
As long as Joss Whedon's not making money.
Well, Joss Whedon's going to make money. A couple things. I saw something last night that needs to be talked about really quick, and I'll be doing a full review on Friday during New Release Friday. But I saw this last night. It's the first big fucking movie of the year. It's a winner. Gosling is great. Gosling's fantastic. Rocky's going to be a superstar.
They're totally making toys.
You can make fun of Fall Guy. I love that movie. That movie's going to be a cult movie, Joe. I guarantee it. Gosling is fantastic in this movie. If you don't know anything about it, it's called Project Hail Mary. It's by Miller and Lord, who have done the Spider-Man movies, Into the Spider-Verse movies. Basically, what happens is the sun is starting to lose its energy, and everybody on Earth is going to die. They pick a guy who's a teacher who understands molecular biology, and they send him into space to figure out why this is happening, why the sun is dying. He there meets a friend from another planet whose son is also dying, and they work together to save the world.
You said he's what kind of scientist? He's
a molecular biologist that also teaches high school.
That is about as believable as Denise Richards being a rocket scientist in a James Bond movie.
Ryan got why?
I used my free
Ryan Gosling being a biologist is on
for this.
I thought you were Joe. I thought you were talking about Starship Troopers when their ship hit the asteroid and sent it off course. And there's a theory that like their ship sent it off course and sent it to Earth, and now Earth is going after the bugs, thinking they sent it, but it was actually their ship.
It's the first big movie of the year. It's going to make a ton of money. It's
how long is it?
2 hours 36 minutes.
Ooh, that's long.
So that's
it's
really
great.
Long. Save the other guy's son too, or does he have to like work with Ryan because it's an Earth thing?
What do you mean? The other guy's son?
You said he meets an alien friend whose son is also dying.
Son.
The son.
The son.
Son.
Yeah, but you said the alien's son in the sky is also dying too, right? You said that, didn't you?
Yes.
So are they saving that one too?
It's the same son.
Oh.
S-U-N.
I guess
S-U-N, not S-O-N.
I thought there were two sons.
So just so we're clear, the pedigree for the movie, the writer, I know what you're going for. The writer's name is Andy Weir. He wrote a movie. He wrote a book called The Martian that was made by Ridley Scott. That was a really great Matt Damon movie.
Thing?
Yes.
Where he pisses on potatoes or something.
Same, yeah. But you've never seen The Martian?
I saw bits and pieces of it. I
Martian's
remember
a really good movie.
And potatoes growing.
But this is the first big hit of the year. It's going to be massive. It's a fucking winner. It really is. Maybe.
Oh, look at what Ken says.
I'm really hoping they franchise that neither Connects or Legos makes a lot of money on Rocky.
Rocky's incredible. Rocky's one of the coolest aliens.
No, he looks incredible. That's why I'm saying like one of those companies.
Yeah, but you haven't
to have bought.
Not seeing the movie Raven. I'm going to tell you right now, everything you've seen for Rocky is great. But once you get into the fucking movie, it's unbelievable. Like
I used my audible points to read.
Rocky is a tiny alien. He is a tiny alien.
And they've been very open about it
They've been very open about it. He's been all over the place. He's going to be a breakout star.
Was he at the Oscars like Grogu? So he wasn't
but he'll
that
be
big.
I want to talk about that.
Oh, we're doing other things.
Of course, Grogu can clap.
No, we're doing other.
No, we're doing other things.
I don't understand why Grogu can't clap.
I don't understand why Grogu can't clap either. But the secret's out now. Rocky. So it's a really good movie. It's really well done.
Was that Rocky?
What the fuck is that? That's Ryan Gosling in the movie.
He's been in space forever.
He looked like he was from
He's
the
been in
Planet
space
of the
for 11
Apes.
years.
Like what's his name with the beard? And
it's a combination. It's a combination movie. It's a movie that has
I'm going to have a hard time not thinking about his SNL skit when I'm seeing this movie.
To give you an idea, it needs to be seen on the biggest screen possible. That is the American ship, and then that's Rocky's ship. Rocky's ship is the structure behind it. If you see
so this
go ahead.
It's like
this is Rocky.
Star.
Rocky's a rock. Yeah.
Let me see that. Rocky is a rock with legs?
Yes. Joe, when I say you will see the movie and you will understand. You will understand. It's the movie's sublime. It's well done. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's hopeful. It's funny. It's everything you want out of a blockbuster. It has. It has incredible special
that sounds
effects.
like everything you want out of a blockbuster.
What do you mean? What do you?
So, JW,
I forgot.
I have
You
a
want
question
depressing.
for you.
I forgot. You're right. You want depressing Superman movies. You want movies where Superman wants to kill himself. Right. I got you. The worst version of Superman.
When did Superman want to kill himself? I watched the same movie.
When he's talking to Lois and he's like, I just can't solve all the world's problems. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
Blah.
Instead of him drinking hot chocolate, not getting laid, and flying away, that's much better.
We're gonna equate Superman being cool to getting laid now?
I'm sticking with Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve got laid in Superman.
I think the new Superman got laid too.
Anyway.
Superman. That's it.
What? What?
So tomorrow the Spider-Man trailer drops, but Sony decided to leak their teaser trailers as in 1 second, 2 second drop.
Yeah.
Today.
Amazing Fantasy.
Do you think that was a good marketing plan?
Spider-Man.
Well, they always do a teaser. The Dune trailer dropped today. The Dune trailers.
So wait a minute. That other dude that was in Willy Wonka was in
We didn't
Dune,
talk about
right?
either of them.
Yes. He's
that's
Paul
the same
Atreides.
kid.
Right.
He does not look the same anymore. I mean, I was used to seeing the kid with like wavy.
We're watching.
You mean he's not
we're watching
10
Joe's
anymore?
mind blow. This kid is Paul Atreides.
Oh my God,
He
He's
looks
also
nothing
Wonka.
like him.
He's also Wonka.
He also had sex with like Gwyneth Paltrow in the last movie.
Yeah, in this, he has sex with Gwyneth Paltrow, which for Joe is a win. That means he's a winning character.
Yeah, he went through like puberty on Marty Capri. Watch it.
So yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Project Hail Mary is going to do very well. Just so we're clear, it's one of the best movies of the year. It's the other movie that's opening for fans of horror. Double or Nothing, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come First, Ready or Not, one of the great underrated action horror films. Basically a bride marries into a rich family, finds out she has to play hide or seek for her life. This one is both her, Samara Weaving, and her sister, realizing that once she won the game of hide and seek, it sets forth that all of the families that own the world have to kill her or for control of the world because she killed the family that was in control. It's going to be great. It's going to be a very big movie.
From a girl's point of view, I just want to say Sigourney Weaver, however you dare say her name. Thank you. Being out there showing her belly.
Sigourney Weaver.
I know she's pregnant and all, but like is just fucking amazing.
She was saying Sigourney Weaver. She's bombed.
Okay. I'm bombed. I had a bad day. Leave me alone.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just telling Joe. That sounded like Sigourney Weaver. It's like, yep, because she's trashed.
Well, I was thinking of her. I won't lie because that Grogu segment really annoyed me.
That's fine. I enjoyed the Oscars. There were a lot of missteps this year.
You can't tell me that didn't remind you of the MTV
Raven,
movie
you have a new nickname, Raven. You have a new nickname.
Oh no.
Drunky Brewster.
What is it?
Ken's the best.
That's fun. Ken's the best.
Oh my God! I used to wear
Punky Brewster stuff.
I'm not gonna say.
Don't insult Soleil Moon Frye. Don't do it. Ken has good comments.
I loved her. I loved her.
He's wrong about Project Hail Mary.
I loved Punky Brewster as a child.
Project Hail Mary is going to have a very big weekend. It's going to be one of the bigger hits of the year.
So you said 10 times.
I just want to keep it out there. Other things. So we're going to end our show tonight. We've gone really long. We're almost at 2 hours. Let's talk about other things coming up on the India State
I found
Network.
out Diane Keating was a brownie.
Yes.
During the Oscars.
Symbolistic Cynicism coming up Wednesday at 10, right?
Tomorrow night, yes.
Wednesday night at 10, Symbolistic Cynicism with our good friend Gabe. He will have Allison Piddle on. She's been in Screamboat, The Brawler, Peeping Tom. Super good get for Gabe. We hope he has a great show. And then these guys are coming back. The AI episode, special guests, experts in the AI field, Thursday, March 26th at 10 p.m. All of your nightmares can be answered as untrained and unscripted with Ryan Riot West and Joe Ridgely talk AI and what's going on with AI.
Well, cool. This is serious, though. Everybody come with your most extreme questions or concerns about AI, and these guys are going to answer them. So pertaining to movies, actors, the whole nine yards.
Skynet. Bombing Iranian kids' schools. Small things, small AI things.
We're talking
drunk.
Female companions
stuff.
Female companions. Female companions ties into the movie stuff. We said AI questions. Anyway, I have a lot of AI questions. I think it's terrifying. Anyway, we also do a little show on Monday nights called Generation Movie. The AI show is going to be fantastic on the 26th, and we'll be talking about it more as we get closer. Generation Movie, Rich and I don't know what we're doing next week. We did a cool Oscar special. Check us out. It was fun. We did it right after the Oscars. And then next week, Raven, have more. Another shot. Raven's dry.
Or a toke.
Who asked me to do a shot? I can do a shot.
No,
Lizzie Kitty.
Jesus Christ. Stop. So we're gonna have another guest next week. It's gonna be a cool interview. Harry Krenetsky, who appeared, by the way, on the Oscar special. If you notice here, Harry's wearing a really interesting name tag here. And next week, after he appears on Wheel of Fortune, he will be on our show to talk about his audition process, getting on Wheel of Fortune. Hopefully we'll be talking about how much he won. We'll ask him if, how nice Vanna is and how good Seacrest is. So all of those things, if you have ever had a question about going on a game show, getting on a game show, auditioning and doing the process and maybe thinking I would love to do that and I just haven't done it. Next week, Harry Krenetsky, who I taught improv to, will be on, and we will talk about it with him, and we'll talk a little bit about the Oscars. We'll get more into Grogu for Raven if she's here next week, and all of those things next week on Loud and Nerdy on Tuesday nights. I want to thank. Well, first off, Raven, can we find your stuff, your picture?
I don't have a page, but this week I will I'm all about Rocky Horror. So my cast is going to be, the tickets are already for sale at the Ritz Theater on April 11th. The STD cast, Sweet Translucent Dreams, full pre-show. We've got a comedy act coming, a drag show act. But this weekend, I hopefully will be going to the Gap Theater in Wing Gap to see my friends at the Golden Atlas Players play at midnight. They are one of the only casts that still do midnight playings. So come see Rocky Horror. Support your local cast.
And Raven finally gave me her information to get on IMDb. So I'm going to get.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Also, we should also get on IMDb. We should put up pictures of her stuff, like her drawings. And you should work with Joe to get Jamison his picture so he can have it, because it's a great picture.
I already crumbled it and threw it in the garbage.
Why would you do that?
Because I throw everything in the garbage.
No, you're supposed to sign, date that. Hell, start sending them to me. I'll hang them up back here.
Why the fuck would you do that?
What are we gonna do with her?
So first off, she scared our guests, and now she's making very creative, cool stuff. And she's just throwing it in the garbage. It makes no sense. Child, you're gifted.
Hit me with a double.
Child, you're gifted.
I'm not that good.
It was a really good picture. It was a really good picture, and the actor you drew thought it was a good picture. So at the very least, we need to make sure that you
look at the garbage
and maybe less drunkenness, more drawing. Less drinking, more dry.
I threw it away because some of the beer got on it and it smeared.
It's going to add some color. Just iron it.
Lizzie Kitty says I'll help stop her from throwing pictures out.
Thank you, Lizzie. We appreciate it. Jerry, what's Slapjaw got going on?
April 25th, we are at the Ritz Theater.
There you go.
Friends Traverse the Abyss. May 30th, we're at Union Vapors in Dixon City, and July 11th, we are at the V Spot, Scranton.
Got a busy couple months coming up.
Yes,
Slapjaw, all those places, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. Joe, you're going to be in a show about AI, I believe, coming up in next week. Untrained and unscripted reality of AI episode.
Just going to try to change all of our minds
in the AF field with you and Ryan Ryan West. I like the nickname. I think it's fun.
That's his DJ name.
Yeah, no, I love it. That's why I think we should use it.
So Black Dog Films, Terry Gerald, and Arcane. Put that back up for a second, please, kind sir. I don't know if it's
Arcana.
But they're one of the biggest AI people out there right now, and they are experts. We're going to have the COO on, and
nice.
He will, and a few other guests as well pertaining to AI. But again, take it seriously. They're going to all your questions, no matter what they are, or controversial, or.
I want to thank, before we end the show, I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. If you like what you saw, if you enjoyed the chaos, if you enjoyed Raven drinking and making a frog brother more scared than fighting a vampire, by all means, watch our show, like and subscribe on all the places, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, IMDb, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter, or whatever the crazy fuck is calling it this week. All of those
you're
places.
Better at that than I am.
I know I am. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I want to give a particular big shout out and thank you to Jamison Newlander.
It was awesome.
Super, super cool guest. And have a good time at MegaCon, brother. Enjoy your weekend. Everybody going to MegaCon, have a great time. Thank you for joining us tonight on Loud Nerdy. Have a great weekend. Go see Project Hail Mary. Go see Ready or Not 2. I'll have reviews on Friday for everybody. Thanks for joining us. Good night.